that Mavs minority owner Mark Cuban is back at the table and that, quote, radical roster changes have already been discussed. Radical is a wild word right there because that can mean anything, Chandler. How you feeling about this?
I like this. I think what they need to do with this new ownership group, with all the drama surrounding this entire franchise, is get fresh faces in there that you know, that you love, that you respect. And this wasn't long ago where this franchise was top of the league in the NBA Finals. So I think this is a great move. I said last week, I think they should hire Dirk. I think she should get back to the roots of that.
Yeah, but you don't say how they hire Dirk. Like, I mean,
well, I get it. He's not just going to be the GM.
He's got a good job right now.
Why is JJ Barea a coach on the Denver Nuggets right now and not the Dallas Mavericks? Why is Jason Terry, who's loved in Dallas, why is he in Utah? Like, those are the things that I think this franchise is missing and blowing, where those people they're loved. They are extremely loved there, and now there's this new ownership that knows nothing about basketball, and the fans know nothing about them, and they're coming here, and they're disgruntled, and they're frustrated, and people aren't going. When you see streaks of season ticket sellout, home sell games ending, that's not good. You are losing the fan base. You are losing the most important people in this city and the franchise. So I love the idea of getting Cuban back there. I love to sell for him initially. He made a lot of money. He can basically be their mascot and did not have to front the bill anymore. It's great for him. But now how this season's starting, the whole Luka thing with all the Nico drama, I think this is a great fresh start to be like, look, I'm back. We got this. Let's start getting some familiar faces in here and kind of turn this thing around, because we still do have talent. We still did just get Cooper Flagg, who's 18 years old. We're going to continue to get better. And we still have a lot of moving pieces. We still have an all-NBA point guard that's going to be back at some point this season. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, but man, the beginning of the season has been hell.
What does a radical change mean?
Right.
To me,
it means look, shop Anthony Davis with that.
Period.
Yeah.
And that's it, right? Obviously, you don't move Kyrie Irving.
No.
Maybe you have a conversation about Jason Kidd. When things go like this, the coach is always looked at as well. But this is obviously just about AD, clearly.
But do you need Mark Cuban to come back in to do that?
Yes.
I just think right now with no...
Why?
Think about right now it's just going to be an interim GM, right? They're not going to go and hire someone. Maybe this summer, I mentioned the name Dennis Lindsey. I know that name's being thrown around, and he's done a great job in his career, but I think they wait to go through this season, see how bad it gets, see if they can possibly turn this thing around. But yeah, I think you look at J. Kidd. I think you look at every single option for Anthony Davis right now, and you see all those reports coming about. Nico tried to rush him, Dumont tried to not, and that's the worst thing they could do is rush this guy back, because their only way to kind of recoup something from that trade is to have him healthy and on the floor and not let this calf get any worse than it is.
Yeah.
So when you look at this roster, and they do have some pieces, like they do have like the Liveleys, the Gaffords, Klay Thompson, you hear his name now. There's some pieces there, but to really get whole again and to kind of get the ball rolling is Anthony Davis getting moved.
Yeah, and to answer your question, Beats, why should Mark Cuban be involved in this? You're there anyways. You're already there. You understand the culture. Not only do you understand the culture, you're part of creating the culture. We've always seen you. You've always been frontline. You know what this city needs. You know what this organization needs. You know what it looks like to be successful in Dallas if you're Mark Cuban, and you care. Right? Like, this is something that he's obviously passionate about. This is his baby. This is something that he's built and been a part of. And so even in the minority space, I think it's important for him to be back at the table and have some input on getting this thing back on the right track. Like, listen, 24 years of sellouts, and then that ends, and all of that talent that you have on that roster, that needs to be addressed. And he's invested as well. So with all things considered, if Mark Cuban is gonna sit sideline, and with the way that this thing is going, this is a baby that he's built. This is a brand that he's been hands-on from day one. Hey, I wanna see this thing be successful and be right away as well. So if I'm here, I'm back at the table.
Yeah, if you've been watching games since the sale, but he's been just as many as he was before.
He's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
He's still lit on the sideline. He's still just peppering the ref. Like, he is still very much involved. I think now with these extreme circumstances of obviously firing Nico, the whole trade, there's an obligation on Mark Cuban to kind of be like, look, I'm not just going to abandon ship here. I know I cashed in. I know financially I did a great deal, but I'm not just going to let this franchise go to hell in a handbasket just because I sold. There's no way he's going to let that do it. He's going to be very involved moving forward.
So it was reported by Tim McMahon that Patrick Dumont was requesting medical data that shows, which is interesting, that Anthony Davis is not at risk of aggravating that left calf strain before he's even allowed to return, because you don't want to have, like a Tyrese Halliburton situation. The calf strain situation is always weird. It always leads to something else. Then Shams yesterday reporting that it's going to take another 7 to 10 days at least to continue to rehab the calf. I just feel like I'm stuck in a horrible deja vu about this.
You can't control injuries for
How do you show
obviously.
data, though?
Yeah, and also as an owner, aren't you seeing all the data on every single player and their injury and all the analytics of it all? But
do you even know what you're looking at?
I get when it's a calf, when it's a hamstring and something like that, and you're flirting kind of with that Achilles, obviously.
But you don't know what you're looking at. How many times you go to the doctor, you get 90 tests done, they send you results, you're like, thank you?
Yeah.
I have no idea what
You still need somebody else to explain to you what you're looking at.
So it doesn't matter.
And again, what's he rushing back for? Like I just said, the only way to recoup anything is to have him healthy and have his trade value as high as possible. Obviously, they need him on the floor to win games. They need him on the floor to prove that he can stay healthy, which has been a problem of his entire career.
Sure.
But when I'm Anthony Davis, too, I'm looking at this team. I'm like, we are 14th in the conference. This season is damn
Look at him without him.
What's the benefit of coming back?
Why come back to this?
Rushed or early anyways. What is the benefit? The season is already in shambles. At the least, come back and be healthy for yourself. Whether you get traded or whether you're back on the floor with the Mavs, you want to give yourself the best opportunity to be yourself. You know what I mean? So if I'm Anthony Davis, I'm taking 14 days. I want to make sure my thing is right, and I'm gonna buy some time and let y'all figure this thing out.
Is it too early to say they're one game out of the play-in? Is the season really a wash?
Not yet.
Anthony Davis is only, let's say, a week. Kyrie Irving's coming back as well.
We did this last year.
I'm just saying.
We 100%
I'm not-
Kyrie Irving coming back.
I'm not ready to throw the towel in on the whole season, but I just think for them to kind of make changes, obviously they're going to need Kyrie Irving. They're going to need to keep developing Cooper Flagg. Lively's been missing games. Klay Thompson's going to get better. I've never seen him shoot this poorly. I'm just saying, I'm not ready just to write the whole season off because of the start.
The optimism.
I'm not.
I know you got homies over there.
I'm not. It's not even because that. I'm just. I can't.
Why don't you go work there?
They should.
It's over.
What would you do?
It's over.
I would not have traded Luka Doncic.
Okay, well, you already did that, so now what?
That's dead.
I would make.
That ship has sailed. What else?
I don't know who else would do that, and I would do exactly what I'm hearing the reports. I would shop Anthony Davis. I would try and recoup picks. I would try and build around the existing talent I have, the PJ Washington, the Cooper Flagg, and I would bank on Kyrie Irving, which is tough.
Let me ask you a question.
Coming off that injury,
Let me ask you a question. If you can put your name in a hat and say the Clippers, the Memphis Grizzlies, or the Dallas Mavericks are gonna come in with that last 10 spot, who are you picking?
Oh, dang.
Not the Grizzlies.
I know you pick it.
50-50.
So I think
But you just trying to, okay,
I think
good. I'm
Clippers.
glad you
Really?
be a real one. Because
But also, I think the Clippers and the Mavs are both better than the Jazz, the Blazers, and the Suns. I think there's a lot. We're getting way ahead of ourselves, but I think there's a lot of wiggle room.
No, we're not.
Because when this team peaks and they run off 15 of 20, they're going to be right there.
When will they do that?
Next month.
Okay, well, the genie in the bottle that you have.
I'm just saying, it's a horrific start, and there's been so much drama and so much negativity
I love
on this
it.
franchise. It can only go up from here.
That's not true,
it can't.
and that is
You think they see, but they won last night.
That's not how life works, dude. There's still a down.
Nope, I'm not ready to write this team off. Too much talent.
No one-
Trade
first of all,
Anthony Davis
you're not right at the moment.
in 2 weeks. This gets worse.
Or
Unless
Temporarily, I think it gets
Okay,
worse.
let's do this, because we keep saying trade Anthony Davis. It's such an easy sentence to blurb out, but then you're like, well, where's he going and what are you getting back? So let's play a little potential trade time. And we're gonna start with the tattoo on his arm, Chicago.